Yeah, the starts have not been fantastic, as you say, in the last few events, but tonight at Singapore, both of us got away pretty well, and that is important, for the first sector of the race, that you get a reasonable chance to make some decisions from that point. So, it was testament to the team. They've done quite a bit of work in the last few weeks, and that's the strength of a team in realising a few weaknesses here and there, and Red Bull have done that. So hopefully we can continue in that vein, and even maybe go a step even a bit further and find some other improvements. I questioned it a little bit at the time, just because I wasn't sure, obviously, when the race is quite early, sometimes you come out quite deep in the pack. So I knew that I would have lost a lot of track time to the guys ahead if I had to lose a lot of time in traffic trying to penetrate and come back through with that type of strategy. So in the end, it turned out well. It's very easy to struggle in terms of the overtaking. If it doesn't work out, then that strategy is very exposed, and you become very weak with that. So I was managed to get myself in free air. Well, to a point, I got Rubens, and his pace wasn't too bad. It was still holding me up a bit, but well, quite a bit. But it was still enough for me to keep in contact with the two McLarens.
Was there any problems?
Yeah, I was very concerned after I made the contact with Lewis, because we know it's very much rolling the dice that you can have some problems with these cars if you make contact. And I did have a very big vibration finish in the Grand Prix. We know why. We found what was wrong. Obviously, finishing the last part of the Grand Prix, but the car stayed together, and we got the points that we needed to get. No, not really. I was informed that Lewis was out of the race, but you're still obviously massively focusing on your own job, and we were still managing quite a few things, from my side to get the car to the finish. So it worked out well. It is. It's a very long race, so that's the first thing. Where the exposure to the heat and humidity is something which we have to prepare for. Clearly, we're all in reasonable shape, the drivers these days. So it was a tough race, but it was actually a bit easier than I thought. But you always go in, thinking it's going to be, pretty brutal. But in the end, I was well prepared and turned out well. Oh, the momentum is at the moment with Ferrari, because obviously they had a couple of victories on the bounce, but the point situation is still very much open. It's nice that I've got a little bit of a buffer, not a big one, but a bit of a buffer, and that's something which I'd certainly rather have than not. Whether the performances of the cars will change a huge amount in the next few races, I doubt it. I still think the Ferrari can be competitive at the next few Grand Prix, and we will certainly be very competitive. So we need to go there and get the maximum out of what we have. Oh no, I think I'm very much focusing on what I've got to do. As I said before, if it's 2 guys or 4 guys, 8 guys, you can't control what happens at their side. I need to go out, and I still believe the best way to do that is to try and win. This was a very weak weekend for me in terms of pace, but I still managed to get something out of it, which is very, very important to help the championship campaign on track. And I hope I can have some victories before the year's out, and that will obviously help a lot. But non-finishes are what really hurt you, so I'm looking to keep going forward, not looking over my shoulder. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Today was a success. We did roll the dice with the strategy, but it worked out well from the guys making the call, then to me doing some of the stuff on track, which helped, and then both collectively as a team, it all went very, very well. It's a tough environment here for the mechanics. You've got to believe that it's not the easiest venue for them to work on the cars, and to time zone. It's a unique event in many ways. So everyone is capable of making a mistake when we work in these situations, and also the drivers in the race and all that sort of thing. But as a team, we nearly got the maximum result today. Obviously, Fernando deserved the victory, drove a very good race, and Ferrari did a good job. But we certainly did a very, very good job in ourselves at Red Bull.